My ideal voting system would be a one-family vote. So my husband and I would vote together, one household, one vote. Traditionally, like the husband would ultimately decide. But again, like I believe that a wife and husband should have the same political views, the same religious views. That's how the marriage works. That's how you're going to raise your kids a certain way.
Look, it's crazy that in 2026, we're still debating things like women's suffrage. But the other thing I'll say here too is, you see this from a lot of the Turning Point orbit, clips of Charlie Kirk doing this, obviously Savannah doing this, where they talk about how a marriage is based on you having shared political agreement, shared religious agreement. And I want to push back a little bit on that. As somebody who's now been married over a decade, there are, shared values that couples have. There are things that are like, what does it mean to be a good person? What does it mean to handle conflict? What does it mean to do XYZ? Like, there are some core tenets of like just what type of human being are you that's going to affect how your relationship works. But I think one of the things that is going to evolve and change is your understanding of politics, your role in politics, your understanding of religion, the role religion has in your life. And so like, if there's no wiggle room to have any variation or disagreement on that, you're basically saying, hey, the person that we were at, I think 19 when Savannah got married, is exactly who I'm going to be, and I'm going to hold all the same positions, and we're going to be consistent all the way through our relationship. Whereas I think a healthy marriage is going to allow two people to navigate these things, deconstruct certain things, reevaluate certain beliefs, and see what still holds value to them or what they still find to be true. And of course, if you go completely different paths and you have a completely different idea of how the world works, that's one thing. But to say that, oh, we're going to be completely aligned when it comes to religion and politics, and we're going to vote exactly the same down the line every election, we're going to believe the exact same things about this very complicated faith all the time, like, it's just not realistic.